In the early stages of storm development, the first sign that you can see that a storm is transitioning into a supercell, a rotating thunderstorm, is that the storm takes on a little bit more of a kidney bean type shape, a little bit more of a concavity on the bottom side of the storm. It looks kind of like a kidney bean. A developing supercell may also take on a flying eagle shape, which is a V shape in the forward flank of the storm's precipitation presentation on radar. This is due to the supercell's updraft being so intense. A supercell's updraft is very, very intense, so precipitation, when it's vented by the winds in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere, it cannot go through the updraft, so it's shunted around the updraft, which gives you those sort of two separate channels of precipitation, creating that sort of V notch, as it's called, also known as a flying eagle. Then eventually the storm may take on a feature called a hook echo, which is a protrusion, an appendage in reflectivity that looks like a hook. It basically is precipitation that is wrapping around the mesocyclone of the storm and creates this hook-shaped feature. Now, this doesn't tell us that a tornado is in progress, but it tells us that the storm is rotating and that low-level rotation may be present and that a tornado could be imminent if the conditions become favorable. So a hook echo is a telltale sign that your storm is a supercell and may be on the way to producing a tornado.
Don't learn storm chasing alone. Go where chasers are already talking. Discord community link in description.
In velocity, you can tell that a tornado is imminent or ongoing through a velocity couplet or tornado vortex signature, also called a TVS for short. If you see a TVS on radar, usually you're going to see an area of enhanced inbounds, which are the green pixels here moving toward the radar, adjacent to an area of enhanced outbounds, the red pixels that are moving away from the radar. When those are positioned next to each other in a very tight configuration, where again, tornadoes are not all that large compared to an entire radar domain. So these are going to be fairly small areas where an area of enhanced inbound pixels is adjacent to an area of enhanced outbound pixels. That tells us that the radar is detecting rotation. And when it's tight like that, when you have a very strong area of inbounds and a strong area of outbounds right next to each other, that indicates strong winds within that and strong rotation, which indicates a vortex, and if it hits a certain threshold, it is a tornado vortex signature. Tornado vortex signatures are going to be quite persistent features. They're going to last several scans, so you're not just going to see it pop up in one radar scan and disappear completely in the next. They will be rather persistent features, and they can vary in size, obviously, just like tornadoes can vary in size. Usually when it's broad like this, as you see here, that is more so your mesocyclone. When it tightens up and constricts in size, that is usually when it becomes a tornado. So it does take a little bit of practice to determine what is a tornado and what is not, but once you get the hang of it, a lot of these tornado vortex signatures become pretty obvious.
Remember to check out those links in the description below, and then watch another video.